Hello everybody, my name is Sheila or SL Reads, and today I am doing an ebook haul. In the United States, Black Friday is a huge deal, and thus they have extended it into Cyber Monday and Black Friday just starting earlier and everything. And I took advantage of Cyber Monday to buy some gifts and also to buy a bunch of ebooks for myself. It was not my intention to buy ebooks for myself, but on Cyber Monday I saw an email from Goodreads saying, here are all the book deals. And I just kept going through and then buying them because I had an Amazon gift card, and I really don't have any excuses for buying this many books. But we're just gonna go with it. The first book that I got is The Royal We by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. I mostly got this book because the royal engagement was announced of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and I really like royalty as a thing, and I really like learning about it, and I like just the idea of it, and it's very romantic. They look very happy. I watched the entire 20-minute interview and like anything else I could get my hands on. And so The Royal We is a book about an American girl going to school at Oxford and meeting the fictional Prince of England. The monarchy is very based off of the actual monarchy in real life, but they all have different names and probably more drama. This book is what I'm currently reading because, as I mentioned, I'm obsessed with the royal engagement, and I really enjoy it. It is excessively dramatic, more than I think is actually possible for real life. Like, every single time something weird or bad happens, something worse happens right after, and it's a bit of a ride. I am kind of relating to it, which is making me also nervous, but it's overall a very good book. It's been on my TBR list for a while, and so the book starts at their time at Oxford, and it goes all the way through to their wedding. I don't know if it goes after that, but the prologue was right before their wedding started, and the point I'm at in the book right now, which is like 80% through, it is a few months before their wedding, and they're just getting to it, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. I feel like it's just gonna get more dramatic, and I guess I just have to deal with that. The second book that I got is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Coulthurst. Pretty much all I know is that it is a lesbian retelling of a princess fairy tale, where there is a princess and she is saved, but not by a knight in shining armor. It has LGBT romance in it, and that is nice representation. As an LGBT person, I would like to see that. Right after I purchased this book, like probably 5 minutes after I was in my book club, somebody told me that the book was disappointing or sad or something at the end, so I'm really nervous about it now, and I don't really want to know anything about it because I just want to go into it, hope that it goes well, so we're just gonna see about that. The next book that I got is Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. I think I've heard about this book before. I mostly got it because E. Lockhart wrote We Were Liars, which is a very popular book that I have never gotten because it has never come out in paperback, or I've never seen it in paperback. I have no idea. I want to get it in paperback because that's my favorite kind of book to read. Hardcover is too much work, and this book has literally come out in hardcover multiple times. Like, there was the 10-year anniversary edition, and I was like, could you just put it into paperback, please? This book seems to be like a drama, mystery sort of thing. Just like, to my knowledge, We Were Liars is. I partially got it because it's pretty, and also because E. Lockhart has a reputation, and I want to read one of the books, even if it's not We Were Liars. The next book that I got is I See London, I See France by Sarah Mlynowski. I know that this book is a travel book, and I know that Haley in Bookland really liked it because she talks about it a lot. It's one of her favorite books, and that is partially the reason I got it. I like traveling, and I've been to Europe twice, to Ireland and to Italy. I just know that it's a travel book, and that sounds really fun to me. It has a funny name, so I guess that's also good. I really like the cover, and I really hope that it's just going to be a light contemporary that I can fall into and really want to take part in the traveling myself. The next book that I picked up is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this is about. I was kind of nervous about getting this on my phone because it's a huge book, and I feel like it might be one of those books I would want to read as a physical copy. I don't read a lot of ebooks, and so me even buying all of these ebooks is kind of a weird thing. But I bought them, so I have to read them. I watched a single episode of the show. I see gifs of it all the time, and I would really just like to read it and then compare it to the show, see how they did it. I know there's some plot points that they changed or that they added, and so I really don't know what it's going to be like. The final book that I got during Cyber Monday is Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is another book that I've heard about on BookTube. I think it was also Haley in Bookland who talked about this. I watch a lot of her videos, so that's probably why. I know it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I heard that it is very good. I don't read a lot of retellings. I haven't read any of the Lunar Chronicles, mostly because I'm afraid of the plague, and that is involved, and so I just stopped reading it like 20 pages in. Since I don't read a lot of retellings, I feel like it's okay for me to get into this one because I don't have a lot of other Beauty and the Beast retellings to compare it to. There are two books that I got before Cyber Monday, but I'm just going to include them in this because I got them recently, and they're ebooks, so they can just be included. It's okay. These two books are a duology, and so that is The Trickster's Choice and The Trickster's Queen by Tamora Pierce. This is a spin-off sequel series of the Song of the Lioness Quartet, which I read as a child a few times and I loved it. It was a fantasy series that I was really interested in, and I definitely would recommend it to anybody. It is very interesting. I wouldn't necessarily call it high fantasy, but there is definitely magical elements in it, and there's a strong female character in it. This is supposed to follow her daughter. I don't really know that much about it. I didn't know that much about the Song of the Lioness Quartet going into it either, so I feel like that's okay. I haven't read that in a while, and so I'm really interested to see how the author's writing has changed and also how my perception of it has changed. So that is the end of my ebook haul. I hope you enjoyed. I promise you that these books were all like $1.99, $2.99, somewhere in there. And there are sales. They are so much cheaper than a hardcover or even a paperback physical novel. I really do enjoy physical novels, and I don't read a lot of ebooks, as I mentioned, but this is something that I'm trying to get into because it is easier, especially since I can't have that many books at school with me, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. I read one of my favorite series on my Kindle app on my iPhone, and so I feel like that is inspiring me to pick up more and see if I like them. Let me know in the comments down below if you got any books during Cyber Monday or Black Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!